Today we're going to be using these ingredients to make something that is absolutely amazing. I am absolutely excited to make one of the first things I ever did on keto. This is the first successful recipe that I'm like, okay, I could live on keto. I could do this. This is not like bad. This is good stuff. I am very excited to share this with you guys. Many times during these videos, I talk too much. If you find that I'm being too loquacious and you don't want me to be going on and on, talky, go ahead. I put chapters below. And if you want to, you can go right to the end. I have the recipe and you can just pause it there. Otherwise, let's cook it together. It'll be fun. So I started this journey about 10 months ago, going keto, going low carb, and you eat great. I mean, this is wonderful though. The thing we're making today, the first thing we're going to talk about is bacon. Come on, bacon. Everybody loves bacon. When I first started on this journey of low carb keto eating, one of my wife's friends, a beautiful, wonderful, nice, sweet lady said, oh, if you're doing low carb, I got the perfect thing for you. She ran into her house. She comes out with these little Ziploc bag of egg bites. They were awesome. From then on, I wanted to do these, and for the first like 3 months, this is what I was eating almost every day. If you do watch this the whole way through, go ahead and like and subscribe, because I love seeing the numbers. I don't get paid for any of this, but I love seeing the numbers. The numbers going up really gets me smiling. So the first thing we're going to do is the bacon. I'm a big bacon fan, so any diet that has bacon, I'm in. I love it. So the first thing I do is cut them up into little pieces. So we're making like bacon bits, little maybe 1-inch squares, and they shrink. They will get smaller. I don't think you can have too much bacon. It's like having too much money. So I break the bacon up. Usually I bake this in a big pot. I think there's a doctor who's very big on carnivore, and I think his name is Ken Berry, and he cooks all this in a big pot, and I tried it and it works perfect, because then you don't have all the grease and everything splattering up on you. So if you want to try that, I would definitely suggest it if you have a pot. Right now our pot is dirty, so I'm using a pan. So I break these all up into the little chunks, and then we're gonna go fry them up, grill them up, and you're gonna save some of that bacon juice for when you cook up the spinach. I like to cook it all in the bacon juice. Not all of it, because there's a lot, but I use some of it in the bacon juice. While the bacon is cooking, I'm going to try and set up the eggs. And for that, we're going to use a blender. It's a highly precision machine, is what my wife told me. You really need to know what you're doing. And I like to break the eggs just to make sure I have no shells. I break them in here and then I dump them into the blender. Start doing that. There's the shell. Okay, so we have 6 eggs in here. We start with 6 eggs, and for some reason I'm thinking about Rocky and just drinking it like a boxer drinking this, and that's gross. So no, I can't do it. So we're gonna quickly run this through the blender. We add a cup of cottage cheese, but it adds it gives it like a thickness, a creaminess. You don't taste the cottage cheese. That's one thing I love about cooking with cottage cheese. You don't taste it. It tastes like whatever you're cooking with. So we're gonna take a cup of cottage cheese. I use these magnetic measuring cups just because they're easier to find. They're all together. With MS, it's kind of hard to run around and look for things. So it's kind of nice having everything together. So we're gonna scoop out a cup, and let's see. We are going to blend that all together and get it nice and creamy. This is where you want to add in like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and you also want to add a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Okay, so as I finish prepping, I put them all in this pan, and I'm going to mix them all around in the pan. And, you know, with the bacon, you really should taste it. just to make sure it's good. So at this point, while the pan's still hot, this is when I usually add my spinach, and I usually get fresh spinach and cook it until it like wilts or whatever, cooks, steams or whatever. But I cook it in the bacon grease. I've noticed lately I've gotten frozen spinach just because it's easier to keep it longer. Like if you don't cook something this week and you want to cook it next week. Okay, so I have the spinach. So we're gonna mix that up, get it all together. And this will make it also a great little omelet too, if you want to just skip the egg bite and make an omelet. Now we're gonna add some of the fun stuff. Anybody who's watched any of my videos knows I love habaneros. So I'm gonna put in a healthy amount. That should be more than enough. So let's mix that all up. At this point, you can add whatever ingredients you enjoy. If you want to use asparagus, whatever you like, you can throw it in there. It'll be pretty good. The main thing is the eggs and the cottage cheese, and that's what's going to hold it all together. This is more like making an omelet. What kind of omelet do you like? Any kind of cheese will be great. I just really like Swiss. So I just recently got this shredder. I will put a link to it below. I like it because it has a nice long neck to go into the bowls. So you can very easily have your stuff get caught in the bowl instead of all over the table, which is nice. Let's drop it in here. Shred it right up. And dump it right in there. We're gonna mix it all in. So we're gonna dump all this together and mix it all up. These are just the ingredients I use this time. You can put in here literally almost anything you like. Anything that would make a nice omelet would make great egg bites. So I use these silicone, I think they're called like cupcake trays. I love them. I use them for a lot of different things. So what you want to do is get a nice big spoon. You want to fill each one of these probably like 3/4 of the way up. Usually I have too much stuff. You could do one of two things. You could use another tin and save it for later. Save it for another time you want to make them. Since doing keto, I've been a big fan of making my own food and freezing it. Or if you want to and you have some left over, you can always make yourself an omelet. I ran the eggs through the blender one quick time, and now this is why I use a blender, so I can just pour them in. So you want to pour a little in each one. Now if you run out of eggs and cottage cheese mix, you can certainly make more. Just crack up a few eggs. So you can fill them up almost to the top, and it won't matter. They seem to shrink when you're cooking them. Okay, here's where the extra love comes in. So you want to clean it up. So basically any of the egg that's on the side, just brush it into a cup so it's in there. So any that's spilled anywhere or any that's anywhere that's not in the cup, put it in the cup. What you want to do is just mix it up. Make sure the egg is in each piece. So you're basically even them out at this point. Make sure that the eggs all inside, you don't have like a clump of the mixture. And this is a part that might be a little time consuming, but I think it's worth it because everything's mixed instead of having a wad of toppings inside of an egg. Now you have like a mixed. They kind of blow up as they're cooking, and then as soon as you take them out and let them cool, they shrink. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not a baker. If anybody knows why that is, I would love to write in the comment. I would love to hear that in the comment why that happens. So you want to preheat your oven to 350, and we're going to cook these for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes depending on your oven. So I usually set a timer for 25 minutes and then I go check on them. And if they look like they're golden or cooked, then I'll take them out and let them cool. Okay, so the oven just went off that it's preheated, so let's go throw this in the oven. Look at these babies. Beautiful. So here they are out of the oven. They look amazing. Usually you let them cool. I'm terrible at that, but you usually want to let them cool. They'll shrink a little. They'll come down in the cup, but I'll take a little one and try it. Also, they come out a little easier once if you let them cool. Okay, so this one fell apart just because I didn't let it cool, but I'm sure it's still gonna taste great. Oh, they are so good. Really good. This is a great way to go keto. So what I'm actually going to do with these, I'm going to put 6 in a freezer bag together. So I'll have a couple freezer bags in the freezer ready to go. I usually eat maybe 2 or 3 at a time for a meal for like lunch. And what you do is drop them in the air fryer, drop them in the microwave, do whatever. I might even sprinkle a little cheese on it or put a little hot sauce on it and then heat them up. And they're perfect. They're great. Once you make them, they're so easy to reheat and have as a great meal. So I hope you liked the video. This is my first introduction to keto, and I've loved it. And this is what made me realize that I can do this. It's been about a year, and I've lost around 50 pounds. And I'm hoping to keep going and do another 50 and keep going. If you're not disabled, then you'll probably do a lot better than I have. I go from chair to chair, so I don't get a lot of exercise. So that might be why only 50 pounds. Otherwise, it probably would have been more. If you're doing keto for weight, it's a great way to do it. It's something that's sustainable, something you can do long term, and it's healthy for you. It's good for you. So it's a good thing to do for weight. I've noticed that you can still eat so much that you don't lose weight, but you don't gain weight. If you're doing this for health, I understand my A1C was up around 10 something, and now it's in the 5s. I understand doing this for health because this does help you with your body and with your health. If you're doing this for disability because you're disabled and you need something, I relate to you. You're in my heart, and I understand you. With a disability, it affects you mentally, and it affects you on a lot of different levels. It changes who you are and things you could do and things you used to do to be who you are. I hope you know that you're still viable and you're still valuable, and the world is better with you being part of it. I hope this helps. I hope you like this. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got a little fun out of it, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. Bye. This is the perfect spot to pause the video and take a look at the recipe. I hope you get a chance to make these, and I hope you love them. Are you looking for more low-carb goodies? Then go ahead and raid my fridge. I've got a playlist full of all kinds of treats. Hope you have a great day.